What does it take to write your first book? I have no clue.
I couldn't tell you.
But I can tell you how to finish a first draft. Because somehow, against all odds, in my unwavering procrastination, I did exactly that.
If that's not inspiring, I don't know what is.
Hi, it's Denise, and welcome to whatever this is. I wanted to write a book for years. Not to publish, but just to prove to myself I could do it. I've written plays, lyrics, poems, scripts. I even finished a libretto recently. Basically everything except the actual book I said I want to write. I started more chapter 1s than diets, and that just... well, it says it all.
But now, finally,
The first draft exists. Thank you. It's rough, it's questionable, but it's real. And in writing, existence is the only metric that counts.
who said that?
Today, I'm going to walk you through what I learned, plotting that won't bore you, motivation when you want to throw your laptop out the window, writing dialogue that doesn't sound like The Room, and the philosophy that got me through. This could be a whole video by itself, but I'm going to explain the basics. The ideal plot starts with a simple spark, an initial idea that grabs your attention, that gets you excited enough to begin. In my case, I had a loose concept of two characters, two sisters navigating a bizarre mystery within a funny, absurd world. So having that initial idea is step one. Maybe this is like common knowledge, but this is
The basics of the basics, alright?
every story needs three things: a main character, a goal or a desire, and an antagonist. That's it.
That's literally it.
Without one of these, you don't have a story. You have a series of events, I guess. If your king wants to marry the queen's lady-in-waiting, but the religious establishment says, absolutely not, there's a story. If there wasn't an antagonist and he would just marry her, congratulations.
You've just written an announcement.
Not a plot. Ooh, that rhymes. Not a plot. Also, for those who know, this story is kind of true, but that's not the point. Your antagonist doesn't have to be a villain. It can be an internal struggle, societal pressure, a ticking clock, the weather, but something has to stand in the way, because no obstacle means no tension. And no tension means it's just boring.
It's boring.
Subtext. It's helpful to also think about subtext, the core message, or the emotional goal of your story. So the plot is what happens, the subtext is what it means. Is your king's pursuit about love, or about defying the system, or about proving he's not irrelevant? You see, that lens changes everything. Tone, dialogue, even which scenes matter. So when you get stuck and need to make decisions in your writing process, this is what you'll come back to. So write it down early. If you're thinking about writing a series, you go, girl. Plan threads you can pull later. A mysterious object, an unanswered question. Keep the leash short, with the possibilities long. You don't need to map out the full picture yet, but having a general idea of where your overarching story could go will help you make smarter decisions in your current draft. At first, I was high on the idea, borderline manic about it, and then the novelty wore off, and my brain started whispering.
Or, hear me out, we could just not.
Here are my tips once your initial burst of motivation fades. Schedule it. Schedule writing like a meeting you can't skip. An hour every day, a week, an hour a month, I don't care. But put it in your calendar and mean it. Look at me.
Seriously.
No last minute coffee dates or errands because you're free. You're not. You're working. So on good days, I aim for a chapter. On bad days, 1 page. On awful days, brainstorming ideas for a scene, but show up. Showing up is the most important part, bitch. Also, most of the time, starting with just 1 page tricked me into writing more, so there's that. When I really couldn't face the page, I used a trick I mentioned in my previous video called narrative immersion. I'd stage my workspace like I was Carrie from Sex and the City. Dim lights, New York City, ambient noise, martini. If you're a smoker, fine. I'm not your mother. But suddenly I wasn't forcing myself to write. I was playing a character who writes. There's a difference. Psychological warfare on myself. If you like social accountability, meeting a friend for a coffee while working together is a great idea. If you like accountability but don't have friends, go to the library. The point is, being in an environment where everybody is quietly working is surprisingly effective. If you don't want to be social or leave your house at all, same. Yeah, same. YouTube has these beautiful timestamped work with me or write with me videos that help me a lot during writing. Be messy.
I'm serious.
The first draft is allowed to be bad. It's supposed to be bad. You cannot edit a blank page. Get the words down.
And deal with the ugliness later.
Some of my best ideas came mid-scene from sentences I almost deleted. Perfectionism would have killed them before they existed. So, lower the bar. Just write it down. Don't think too much. Dialogue though.
That's a special hell.
Even with a script writing background, it's a pain in the ass. But at the same time, it's also the most rewarding when you got it right. My uni professor in film school told us to eavesdrop. So do that, sit in a cafe, sip a coffee, and listen. Listen. Note their rhythm, their pauses, what they don't say, or how they say it. Just maybe don't maintain direct eye contact while they talk. Don't be that guy. Finishing your first draft isn't about talent. It's about surviving.
Survive!
It's about producing something that is deeply flawed, that you will one day carve into shape. But right now, you just need it to exist. That's all, bitch. And the day you will hold your hardcover in your hands, you won't be thinking about the nights you cried yourself to sleep because you wrote the worst dialogue in human history. You'll be thinking about the fact that you're better than everyone. I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me anything about my writing journey. Let's get to it. All right. First one.
I wrote them on post-its.
How did you pick the language? Do you know what language I wrote it in? For those who do not know, I live in Belgium and I speak Flemish.
Van Janja.
I wrote it in English because I tend to like the sound. I don't know. Why did I do that, honestly? Because the style I wanted to write in has a specific vibe. Don't feel like Dutch is maybe the right vibe. I actually never thought about that. I just started to write it in English, honestly. What's your favorite genre to read? Ooh, I love that question. Okay, so I have my books here, read a lot of genres, honestly, but I think the Ekotar series is like the first time that I'm reading smutty books. They're sometimes a little bit cringy, but I like them. But maybe, wait, let me get my favorite books and then we'll see if they have something in common. All right, wait. So here's a little glimpse of my children. I am planning on buying beautiful shelves to put them in, but for now, this is how they're stacked. Not gonna lie, I do love that vibe though. It's cute. Love it. Okay. All right, I have a little pile here for you. These are like the books out of the stack that really stuck through me throughout the years. There's two that aren't in here. I know one of them, my friend has them. I think my cousin has the other one. They really need to be in this stack because they're very important. The one my friend has is Lemony Snicket, Unfortunate Events. And the other one, I thought it was this one at first. It's also this bright yellow. The one I mean is Spanky. It's an amazing book. I have a John Grisham. I read a lot of John Grisham, Devil's Advocate. This goes into the mystery detective pile, I guess. Agatha Christie, I've got all her books. They're cute and compact, easy to read. I love playing Cluedo. Like these series, it's just those vibes. It's amazing. So that goes into the mystery detective pile as well. Of course, all the Harry Potter books. Into that pile goes In Company of Witches. I got this from TikTok. It's a very easy read. Goes into the magical fantasy. So there's Sarah Waters' Affinity. This goes into the mystery pile as well, like the detective mystery pile. It has this big twist in the end, which kind of gagged me. Virginia Andrews. I read a lot of Virginia Andrews when I was younger. I read it again because I wanted to be nostalgic. It's called Flowers in the Attic. My guy, what the fuck? It's funny because if I look at the pile, there are three very clear themes. Just fantasy, mystery, romance. I do have to say the book I'm writing has definitely two of those. No romance though. There you go. Next question. Favorite books? Oh. Well, we can... Are the characters in the book based on people you know in real life? Yes. I had this really cute idea to write a little story about my cousin and I. We're very close, we're definitely like sisters, and we always joke about how similar yet different we are. Definitely a little bit exaggerated, but you get the point. And kind of like that. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. No pressure, just an open space if you want to stick around. Thank you for being here. I hope you have an amazing day, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.